What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Crypto for You. Some crazy things are happening in the crypto market, which leads me to believe that the Bitcoin bear market has officially ended. I want to talk to you guys about how Blackrock resubmits its Bitcoin ETF application with Coinbase this time, the SEC's rejection, and how that affects Bitcoin and makes me believe that we are about to see something very, very massive on the upside. So strap in, buckle up, this is about to be a great video. So, as you guys probably heard, BlackRock has filed for the SEC approval of a so-called spot Bitcoin ETF. Now, what is an ETF? An ETF is basically a big pool of money that is managed by multiple professionals or maybe some kind of company that indexes or follows an asset, like for example stocks, bonds, or in this case Bitcoin, and stays on the exchange. So for example, you can have a gold ETF. What a gold ETF is an exchange where people can go and put their money into gold, but you don't need to get a safe. There's no physical gold involved. The company that you go under the ETF, for example over here is BlackRock, are gonna be holding the gold and you will be buying the ETF, a share of that. Now, why would you get a Bitcoin ETF? Well, a Bitcoin ETF is a way for the Bitcoin to get to the stock market. And because Bitcoin will go to the stock market, it will increase the amount of people that actually use Bitcoin. That is very good news, which is why Bitcoin is rising up very, very fast. Now, on June 15th, BlackRock filed for this Bitcoin ETF, and on June 15th was the start of the Bitcoin rally that took us all the way up 27% in 8 days to $31,300. And the fact is that that's not the end, because you guys know that the SEC rejected BlackRock's Bitcoin ETF. Now that sounds like bad news, but the fact is that BlackRock resubmitted Bitcoin's ETF application with Coinbase's market surveillance. Now, let's look at this. BlackRock, one of the largest in management companies, has resubmitted its application for a spot Bitcoin ETF to the US Securities and Exchanges Commission, basically the SEC, and the renewed application includes additional details. Now, you guys need to know that in the past, companies have tried to create Bitcoin ETFs many, many times before, but they have all failed for one reason, and that is because the SEC believed that it was not safe and that the market could be manipulated very, very easily. But BlackRock comes along and it added surveillance to the Bitcoin ETF, and many people believe that that was going to be enough. But once again, it failed. The SEC rejected that, and BlackRock came in and it just added some few tweaks and it resubmitted its Bitcoin ETF. BlackRock is the biggest investment company and it doesn't just give up very, very easily. They have a 546 to 1 ratio of losing. They lost only one Bitcoin ETF that they filed. The rest, 546, were accepted by the SEC. And that's crazy. And that's the reason people believe that the SEC will accept Bitcoin's ETF sooner or later. And as you can see, Robin Holdings says BlackRock's ETF will be approved in a week or in a year. Eventually, it will be approved. The real question is, how big will it get? And that is a very good question. How big will this get? How big does increasing Bitcoin's broadness, increasing demand in Bitcoin, how big will that cause Bitcoin to get? And Cameron says, the great accumulation of Bitcoin has begun. Anyone watching the flurry of ETF filings understands the window to purchase pre-IPO Bitcoins before ETFs go live and open the floodgates is closing fast. If Bitcoin was the most obvious and best investment of the previous decade, this will likely be the most obvious and best trade of this decade. What he's saying is that this is the best time to buy, right before all these ETF filings, because BlackRock is not the only one. If I go right over here and show you guys, other companies like Fidelity Investments, Invesco, VanEck, 21 Shares, and Wisdom Trees have all made and followed BlackRock, have created their own Bitcoin ETFs. And all of these, if they get approved, will cause Bitcoin to be so massively accepted that its demand will skyrocket. And as you guys know, Bitcoin supply stays the same. And if supply stays the same and demand rises up, then the price will 100% rise up very, very fast. I know that the Bitcoin bull market will start, and the only question goes to you. Will you buy in when the Bitcoin is severely undervalued, or will you buy in when it's already at all-time highs? When you already missed out on the big money, when you will FOMO in, and after that, get wrecked? That's the question, guys. And with that being said, hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a like down below. Subscribe if you haven't already. Don't forget to click that post notification bell. I'll see you in the next video. See ya!